Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our eBay store, including where you can buy this item, which is the SCultures Tenkaichi Budokai Series 4 Super Saiyan Goku. So this was released back in 2014. So this is 2016 now, and like most of the SCultures figures, it's pretty rare and collectible. You still can get them around, but you know, another year or two and these will be really quite scarce. I mean, even now they're quite valuable. Now the SCultures Series 4 series had 8 figures released. One of them is the Trunks, that's why I got him there at the back. And I think from memory, he was actually voted the best figure in the series by people in Japan. So when they release these figures, people can vote for which one they like the best. And from memory, Trunks actually won Series 4. But the other figures were Porunga, Bulma, and I've reviewed all those 4. So I'm now reviewing Goku, Trunks, Bulma, Porunga. I've reviewed all of them. And then the other 4, which I haven't reviewed, I don't think, were Pan, Yamcha Launch, purple haired version, or Lunch, however you want to pronounce it, and Arali from Dr. Slump. They cheekily snuck in Dr. Slump, which is a series that Toriyama Akira, of course the creator of Dragon Ball, also created, Dr. Slump. And in fact, Arali is probably the most valuable figure on the second-hand market now, so she's probably gone up more in value than any of the others. But anyway, let's have a look at this Goku. And the first thing that really strikes me with this figure is just the really cool, you know, Kamehameha stance. Obviously, there are a lot of Super Saiyan Goku figures out there, but I actually think that this is the only Banpresto Goku that is actually in the Kamehameha stance. That's pretty crazy. So, yeah, if you want Goku in his signature Kamehameha stance, then this is definitely the one to go with. And, you know, overall, I think the mold is pretty good. I really love the detailing in, well, pretty much everywhere. In fact, first I want to show the bottom. It's hard to get it off, but you can see here, even the bottom of the foot has the detailing there, and then the sort of treading, just really detailed, and then you can see all of the sort of torn bits of his cloth. It's a bit of a shame here that's all sort of at the back of the foot. But I guess it depends how you display it. Let's try and get him back in there. There we go. But yeah, I'm just really impressed with all of the detail here that they have. Especially all here. That'd be very hard to mold and manufacture. But they pulled it off. And then even here you can sort of see some of his muscles and just all of the detailing in that. And then especially the fingers, because usually when figures are released, it's very rare to actually have them with their fingers outstretched, just because it's hard to mold, it's hard to manufacture. So usually they'll have, you know, for example, they'll just have like clenched fists. Same with Trunks. Or, you know, they'll have their arms crossed or something like that. So it's very rare to see a figure with, you know, like fully outstretched like that. And you've really got to admire, you know, somebody had to sit there and mold this and get this right. And you can just see all the detailing. I mean, even, you know, here, the sort of bones sticking out like a real hand. You can see I have really ugly hands. You can see it's the same here. Just see sort of bones coming out and the fingernails, and then just even all the muscles coming through here. Just looks really impressive to me. And you can get some really cool, you know, stances and photos and things like that. And then his hair is actually, hopefully you can see it in the camera, it's actually quite shiny. Does have a little bit of a, I don't know, like a metallic paint on it. Although I still do feel though that the hair is a little bit too much on the white side. I wish it was just a little bit more yellow with that sort of golden Saiyan glow. Just feels a little bit too much on the white side, but you know, it is metallic, so I guess they've gone for that look. The other thing I probably would have liked to have seen is maybe have some, you know, blood or something on the knees. Like, even though you've got all this cloth and it looks great, it probably would have been good if they actually had put some blood on there, and it just, I don't know, it just would have made it look a little bit more realistic in my opinion. So for example, if I get the SCultures Series 5 Goku, you can see there, you know, he's just got some blood, and I mean, it's not very realistic, it's just sort of painted lines and things, but I don't know, it just gives it a little bit, you know, it's sort of pretty blotchy. And to get that really realistic look, for example here, you know, like this is a repaint, this is not a commercially released one, it's pretty hard. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of good that they didn't do that, because I think this, you know, I don't think it looks that great, just all these like blotches, and you know, just it's too formulaic, just all these straight lines. And I understand it's very hard to, you know, to manufacture that on a mass scale, but in a way I kind of like that they just didn't, you know, put the blood there, and they just focused on the clothing. So let's have a quick look at the box, and you can see there it says SCultures Big Zokei Tenkaichi Budokai 4. So that literally means like modeling world martial arts tournament kind of thing. And then the side, and again you can see that tournament, I don't know, arena that we see in Dragon Ball. Don't really see it in Dragon Ball Z. Saw it a little bit at the end, of course, with the Buu Saga. So that is the box. Now the reason why they call it big is because it is actually a little bit bigger, the box, than a standard figure box. So you can see there the difference on the side, and then if I turn it around like this, you can see that it sticks out a little bit more there as well. So you can see there, it's a little bit strange with the angle because it's further back, but they're aligned. You can see it's just that little bit bigger. But the figure itself, I actually feel, is not particularly taller than a standard figure, but the base is pretty big. So it's actually quite impressive that they fit it in the box. So there you go. But all in all, I think it's a cool figure. Definitely a great one to get if you're a fan of the Kamehameha. I also like how it actually does angle up a little bit. So if you had a figure on a stand, or maybe like for example the Frieza Kuji, he's kind of sitting on a little metal rod and he's just that bit higher, that would look really cool. Yeah, that is the Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Goku Tenkaichi Budokai Series 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.